It was a safe haven, the home of the Buccaneers. Are you familiar with Buccaneers, pirates?
Yes.
Are you familiar with the name Sir Henry Morgan? Does it ring a bell?
Yes.
Alright. We're standing here in Fort Charles. This is an artist's impression, showing you what the city looks like before, in the midst of the earthquake. The earthquake was also followed by a tsunami. But let me let you first know that the road you drove in on, the Palisades Road passing the airport. Now, before this earthquake, we had 3 major earthquakes here in Port Royal. 1692, 1907, 1957. So before this earthquake of 1692, there was no road there. So your only means of transportation and getting on and off this island was by boats, ship, right? Now, after the earthquake, the rivers Eastern, Oak River, Cane River, they all deposit silt and sand. The natural current of the sea pushes it every day. The peninsula was now formed. So this was actually 60 acres of land. So before that earthquake, you'd have Jamaicans over there and Port Royal is like myself on this side. Okay? So when the British took over from the Spaniards here in Jamaica in 1655, in 1656 they started to set up fortification in Port Royal because Port Royal became the ideal port for these British. So they built Fort Charles. This fort that you just entered, it was the first fort that was built in 1656. And when you first knew the fort, it was called Fort Cromwell by Oliver Cromwell, Lord Protector of England. In 1662, they changed the name for the restoration of the new crowning king, Sir Charles II, hence we get the name Fort Charles. So Fort Charles, Fort Walker Bay, where the Coast Guard is right now, Fort James, Sunken City, Fort Carlisle, Fort Rupert, also Fort Morgan. Sir Henry Morgan, he played an integral role of building 2 of these forts, Morgan and Charles, so he gave Morgan his name. But look at the houses. There was approximately 1,000 houses here, over 2,000 buildings. They were all huddled together. 8,000 people living here. English, Scots, Irish, Jews, a few Spaniards, and perhaps 2,005 were enslaved Africans. Okay? So, yes, they live amongst all sects of religion. Anglican, Jews, Methodists, Catholic, you name it. So the Jews also are the community here where they are the synagogue. Right? Why people flock Port Royal? Because of the money, the gold, the silver, the emeralds, the pearl. They all circulated in the streets of Port Royal freely. And they were done by plundering by the Buccaneers. Now, the difference between pirates and Buccaneers, they do the same job, but pirates, they are illegal. The Buccaneers, they are legal. They got licensed through letters of marque from the Queen of England. So if you ask me, Sir Henry Morgan, he was the first James Bond. He was licensed to kill, right? The man was a rogue, a scrounger, and a thief. So come 1692, the bottom 2/3 of this liquefies, sunk behind us there. It's the Kingston Harbour right there. 8,000 people living here, 2,000 died immediately. The chaos, the vandalism, breakout of diseases, 3 more thousand people followed. Now, have you heard of this lucky Frenchman who was living here, Louis Cali? He was swallowed by the earthquake, spewed out alive. He lived 47 years after. You saw the church you passed right there, the St. Peter's Church? His grave is now in that churchyard for the 3rd time. He's buried 3 times. Once in this earthquake, swallowed, spewed out alive. Now, 13 years after he completed building the church, he died at 80. He was now buried for the 2nd time across the harbour right here. They call it Green Bay. It's an army base. They call it Green Bay. Now, the 3rd burial, the current Queen of England, she came here 2 years after we had Hurricane Charlie, 1951. She came here 1953 on her first trip to Jamaica, her first visit, Queen Elizabeth II. Now, she take a look at the lock-up houses in Port Royal. She went to see where he was buried and she was like, no way. Not because he was a Frenchman, he's a part of our history. Exhume his old bones, take him to the church in Port Royal for the 3rd time. Where open is the 3rd and final time he's buried. Most people said he was lucky, God gave him a 2nd chance, or he was like Jonah in the belly of the whale. You know what we say in Port Royal? Because he was a Frenchman, he wasn't properly French fried, he's not tasting good. So the earth spewed him out. But what I'm saying is, anywhere you are in the world and there's an earthquake, find some French people and hold on to them, okay? Because there's a possibility you'll be on top. Now listen to me now. You're in an earthquake zone now. Port Royal. Also Jamaica, Mexico, Jamaica, Cuba, Haiti, Venezuela, we are all on the same fork. But take a look over here. The earthquake was about 11:42 a.m. on Wednesday, June 7, 1692. Anyone inside here with any heart condition now? Not what you know of, right? Yes. So, because earthquake can do traumas and all these things follow with earthquake.